But anyways, let me jump into ZBrush. Go. I'm going to start blocking out with the Zmodeler. And it's a little different than, say, blocking out with Dynamesh. It gets you thinking in a different way. Let's see if it, there we go. Let's pull that up, that in. And I know a lot of people are using Zmodeler for, just purely hard surface stuff. But I think we can find some other uses for it. So what am I looking at here? I mean, what am I thinking of? I don't know. I mean, I'm focusing on just interesting shapes to start. Just like right now, even just this, I'm looking at what can I pull from that? Is it a white ape from John Carter? Is it the beginning of the Rancor from Return of the Jedi? I don't know yet. Look at it from the top for a while. And I'm trying not to think about anatomy too much. I'm more trying just to focus on interesting shapes. Let's turn on our dynamic subdivisions so that we can see this smooth. I hit the D key. I don't know, have you guys played around with the Zmodeler a whole lot recently? All right. Well, if there's anything that I go over that I haven't called out in the past, or you're not sure what's going on, let me know. I mean, I'm going to be doing some pretty simple functions with the Zmodeler right now. Oh, flatten that out. Let's undo that. There we go. That looks a mess. Let's do inset, single poly. I don't know. I mean, I've been playing around with this, and I'm still getting stuff into muscle memory. So, yeah, I've been on the beta, and I've been looking at a lot of feedback on R7 and the Zmodeler. It seems like a lot of people are still trying to burn this into their muscle memory. But I think it's going to take some time. I mean, some people are still digesting Dynamesh, so it's, let's see how it goes. Let's do scale. Let's do symmetry so it scales. Oh, don't like that. Yeah, let's see. The thing is that we want this to be abstract, right? We want it to be extraordinary. I mean, this is a boss, and think of it as the final boss in the game. This isn't a mini boss, it's not a micro boss, it's the final boss. The final boss has to be epic. Has to be a show topper. And we're not going to get that by playing it safe. Or by being mundane. Let's go back there. Maybe get a little bit of dune in there. And to represent scale, you're probably going to want to shrink that head down. Small head, giant body. At a certain point, once I get kind of the basic idea of what I want to knock out here, I'm going to bust this into Dynamesh. Let's bring that way forward. You know, and I'm not too worried about whether it looks like this or it looks like that. In fact, I'm trying to stay away from that. What I'm thinking about is vibe. Does it feel like what I want it to feel like? And what I'm thinking for this guy is sort of just alien, bizarre, a little stylized. Maybe something in the Blizzard realm. You know, I'll let it run wild right now and kind of go into very weird places, but I decided to stylize it. I'm going to start pulling back and think about my stylization. Let's give him a beastly cage. Yeah. You know, it's that same idea when you do sort of a free sculpt, right? Or as a kid, you just sketched. You didn't think about necessarily, oh, I'm gonna make this or that. Sometimes you just doodled in class, you know, and you made something random, made something new. I don't know if this all sounds a bit too hippie for you guys, but there's something to it, you know. I very much believe in, you know, discipline and having intent, but I think sometimes you have to throw some of that out the door to get something unique. Like right now I'm thinking of Oddworld. But, you know, you have to, as much as I'm saying, just be free like the water. Just let it go, man. Just let it go. I'm also going to tell you that, you know, you should think about, you know, at some point, is this going to be able to walk? Is it going to be able to move? But you know what? Honestly, I'm going to bounce back over here to the H.P. Lovecraft stuff because that, let's see, oh, wrong way. There we go. If I go to the H.P. Lovecraft stuff, you know, and it's not just H.P. Lovecraft, it's also like the work of Wayne Barlow, if you guys know Wayne Barlow. Oops. Not shopping, images, there we go. So if you look at some of the earlier work of Wayne Barlow, you can see that he's completely ignoring sort of physiology here. I mean, he obeys it somewhat in here, but you know, we look at some of this earlier work, and it's just shapes and ideas and form, and then he's going back in and fleshing it out. You know, but I think this sort of raw subconscious stuff is a great source of inspiration. You know, I look at Wayne Barlow and his stuff, and I get blown away. I mean, we wouldn't have, you know, a lot of stuff we had in Avatar without Wayne Barlow, and you wouldn't have a lot of beautiful creatures that you see in film and games without Wayne Barlow. He broke ground. You know, I was looking at his science fiction book covers and illustrations since I was a kid. You know, but take a look at some of this stuff. So don't be timid. Don't try and force yourself into a normal corner. You know, you could be missing an opportunity to make something really wonderful. I mean, you know, I'm saying, well, think about the functionality a little bit, you know, and yeah, maybe you should, but maybe that's a secondary thought, right? But for this, I really want you guys just to pull out your nightmares, pull out your dreams, and throw them out inside of ZBrush. So let me continue plugging away here. Like even right now, I'm trying to not think of these as legs, not think of these as limbs, but it's kind of hard not to. Let's try doing that another way. Yeah, I had this thought the other day about 4R7. You know, it's such a weird place for ZBrush to be at in low poly, because it does so well with high poly. And low poly is such new ground for ZBrush, even though we've had Z-spheres and we had Z-sphere retopology. I just look at it and I go, well, you know, this is version 1.0. I look at some of the display glitches and some of the bugs, and just hear a lot of people complaining about this and that. And I'm like, well, no, it's the first iteration. But to become familiarized with everything new in ZBrush. Yeah, exactly. Flip it, right? Throw it at Simon. I'll push that through. That's a great comment. But no, it's a great observation. One that I hadn't hit yet. So Simon, yeah, I mean, saying that this is the front, right? This is the back, right? Or even flipping it. And then what does that become, right? Looking at it in abstract ways. Try and strip away the intention. You know, like for me, I'm like, I get stuck in a spot. You know, I'm like, okay, I got my form down now.